I have been house hacking since I was 22, allowing me to purchase my way to my third rental property by the time I was 25. This involved buying each home with a primary residence loan, allowing me to give really small down payments and get loans with lots of leverage. Fancy way of saying I have lots of debt. A little over 1 million at the time I purchased this third property. Although I like to think about it as good debt, I've had way too many roommates too. Probably over 30 in the last few years. While living in each house, I would furnish the common areas, live in one room, and rent the rest of the rooms individually to roommates. After a year, this allowed me to move out into another property, rent my old room, and repeat the process. Now onto the breakdown. My down payment on this third investment property was 5% with a conventional loan, so with the purchase price of $406,000, the down payment equal to about $20,000. Closing costs were another $9,000, and additionally, I invested about $1,500 on furniture and another $3.5 on renovations, which included adding a wall to separate an area into an additional room. The total investment into the property was around $35,000. Currently, this property cash flows about $200 on average per month after all expenses are paid. Way higher interest rates in this property, about 6.5% versus the 2.5% I have on my first two, have led this to be a return of investment of only 7.5% annually. However, the beauty of these investments is not only the current positive cash flow or the appreciation that most people talk about when it comes to owning real estate, but there is also a hidden return that most don't talk about, and that is the loan paid down by the tenants. Every year, each of these properties has its mortgage loans paid down about an additional $7,000 in principal. So even with a small cash flow per month, as long as there are tenants covering the mortgage, there is a return to be had on the spread between the principal being paid down and the appreciation of the house. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, but rather a get-rich-slow plan. If you like this breakdown, leave a like and a comment and I'll answer any questions. Obviously, there has been many hurdles and lessons along the way that I'd love to share with others now that after 5 years of doing this, I feel like I am plenty qualified to speak on. Make sure to stick around to see more of the ins and outs of how to do the same. If you're interested in learning more about real estate, hearing personal anecdotes of my experience renting rooms, and learning how to stay sane and handle the situation when two random roommates don't get along at a property, I'll be sharing more videos covering all of that.